Welcome everyone. Today is February the 1st, 2021, and I have this incredible fashion diva who is going to share a bunch of wisdom and a bunch of magic, okay? So I'm Sandra Alexei, and I'm from Game Changer. I'm one of the co-authors, okay? And MyLynn has Game Changer, and MyLynn came to the book tour when I was in Calgary and showed me other picture.
Yes, it was on February 9th, 2019, which is insane that it was so long ago.
Exactly. Time goes so fast, right? Okay, so and 2021 is going to be the game changer. 2020 was starting it. This is going to be the bridge. Anyway, so what I would like you to do is I would like you to comment, and I would like you to share, and I would like you to subscribe. If you comment, at the end of the month, I have a new draw going, and you'll get a free mini reading. Okay. And another thing is, if you go underneath in the show me, you will see my website. Okay. And my website is my personal muse. So I do spiritual and business coaching. So I do like a lot of self-discovery. I have self-discovery tools, astrology, numerology, all kinds of magic things. And MyLynn, I'm so excited. When I was teaching in Calgary, she was a student and she was a spotlight. I mean, she went into competition, she won everything. And so now I'm going to let MyLynn tell us about her journey. And then she's got some tips to share as a fashion diva. Thank you, MyLynn.
Thank you, Miss Morin. Okay, so Miss Morin and I go like, it's crazy. I think I've known you now for 7 years or 8 years.
Yeah.
But when I first met you, I didn't know what I wanted to do as a career. Like I remember being the oldest student in the class because I had just finished high school, and I didn't know what my purpose was. I was still trying to really discover who I was as a person. And I just remember like upgrading at the school because I maybe wanted to get into nursing because I always loved like taking care of my grandparents because they always lived with us. And so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a nurse. And then the guidance counselor there ended up asking me like, what is my passion? Like, what do I like to do? And I said, I just shared like a brief, I think I like to do hair and I like to do makeup, and, I always get ready for school and all that. And then that's when she walked me to the cosmetology room, and that's when I met you. And that's also when I met Miss N.
Yes.
And then I just remember you guys were so welcoming, and I was like, okay, I need to take this like part-time. I need to see what this is all about. And then it eventually just became like a really big passion. I had a lot of like regular clients coming back to see me at the school, and I just saw the opportunity to really build like connections with all of these different people. And that's when I decided I wanted to complete the program and maybe further step into the industry and start somewhere else. But yeah, I started in a really big retail store about a little bit over 6 years ago. I'm still there right now, but I just remember this was the time actually when I was still going to school. So I was going to school. I had a part-time job at Edo on the weekends. I was going to school like morning till 3 o'clock. And then after school, I would go to, I worked at a shoe store for a while, but I soon transitioned over to this retail store, and I worked there part-time. And I remember getting off at like 7 one day, and I had met this woman, and she was in like a wheelchair, and she was in just looking for like a foundation. And to this day, I'm still trying to find her. I'm like hoping one day she comes in so I can see her again. But she came in looking for a foundation, and I just remember, she's just another client. Like I'm almost off. I'll help her quickly and then I'll get going. But I remember putting the foundation like on half of her face, and then she just started crying when she looked at herself in the mirror, and I didn't understand like why, because I knew she was going through her own things because she was in a wheelchair and she was in there with her family. And so I walked away and I came back and she apologized. And I said, "Why are you apologizing? Like, it's okay that you're crying." And she said, "I've been going through treatment for cancer for about 5 to 6 years. And today I had to leave my house to go get a foundation because I'm an author and I need a foundation to go to Paris for one of my awards. And I just didn't recognize myself when I looked in the mirror because of all this, medication she was taking. She was growing like facial hair. She had really thick eyebrows and she looked like I knew she was not very confident because her hair is also very short. But she explained to me that before she came into the store, someone opened the door for her. And when she said thank you, they said, 'No problem, sir.' So they
Oh,
actually didn't recognize her as a woman. And so I just remember in that moment, like I was trying to hold in tears because it was such an emotional moment for her. And so I just asked my manager, I was like, "Hey, like I know I'm off in like 2 minutes. Like, is it okay if I just stay here and just finish her makeup? Like, I really want to like make her day." And then so I finished the rest of her face, finished her makeup, and then she actually took down my phone number because she was hoping she would be able to bring me with her to her trip, but I don't think they had the budget to. But I was hoping that one day she would maybe like send me a message because I don't think she realized like how much that impacted me as much as it impacted her. But just like ever since that moment, I was like, wow, like as a makeup artist, I can have the power. Like, although I'm working in retail, I can have the power to really change someone's day because you never know who's walking into the doors. People come into Sephora very, um, feeling very self conscious. And, Sephora is just such a big, beautiful store full of all these ladies who wear makeup, and it can be really intimidating. But just ever since that moment, like I knew that my purpose in life was to just like help people feel confident about themselves and to be able to see like them the way that I see them.
right.
Yeah. And
Also help them to you teach them how to put their own makeup on and whatever. Was that the time when you were competing too, MyLynn? You were competing, I remember, because you would send me pictures of dresses for your models, and we checked because MyLynn did a lot of competing in makeup artistry, like at the ABA and different shows. And what did you win, MyLynn? Always
yeah,
gold.
I always want something.
Each one gold. And so there again, you had that passion. I find you a very passionate person. And so you're really engaged in your work. And that's why you make a difference for people. Okay. And so then you went on, and then what did you build? Another business on the side.
Yeah. Well, at the time, when I was when I started my career with this company, that was when I was still trying to discover myself and I wanted to stay like very busy because after graduating from school, like I felt like I had like an attachment to going to school because, it was my passion to go there and be able to connect with all of these other people, all these other students and my mentors pushing me to do like what I loved. So I tried to stay busy. I tried to compete as much as I could. And then eventually I met a lot of brides at work. And so they would ask me, does the store open at 7 in the morning? No. And so I would go and do their wedding makeup. And then I found out that I really was passionate about that. And so I decided to open my own makeup business on the side, just freelancing. So I've been flown to like Vancouver for weddings and I've been lucky enough to, connect with these photographers and wedding vendors and all of these wedding planning companies. And it's crazy how small Calgary seems, but it's so big. And
Right.
that's how I'm able to really network with people is through social media and through all of this bridal planning. I think my passion is to definitely like be in the bridal business eventually because it's just so different. I feel like I have a very calming I'm a very calming person. Like when someone sits in my chair, I can really like put them at ease. And I think that, for brides, I've never had an angry bride. Like I feel like I
Right.
put them in their spot. So
Because you're the expert and you
yeah,
know what's best for them. Okay, and that's it. So then do you do hair when you do the makeup too?
I do.
Yes, so there's the combination. So
Mhm.
here she is, Miss Fashion Diva, does it all, puts it together. So if you know of anybody, and then she also does courses online. Yes. So I'm going to say just what I think. So if I was going to, because I remember how we taught in the school, if I was to come to you on Zoom, I would have no makeup on and you would analyze my face. And so you would maybe talk to me about the tone, okay, but then show me how to do an eyebrow, how to do my eyes, so you could maybe make it 2 or 3, or lips, or highlight, how do I accentuate my cheekbone, that type of thing. So if you want to talk a little bit about that, and so people could, in all the hashtags, we'll put everything and they can contact you for that. And you can even tell them about your hair, because you know that, should they have it up, should they have it down, what's happening, because that's the next exciting thing we're going to talk about. So talk to them a little bit about how you can teach them online.
Yeah. The way that I teach is very different from you learning like a tutorial on YouTube, or I guess my style of teaching is I really like to break everything down to like why it works for you. There's a lot of educators and a lot of makeup artists that will tell you, this is how you mark out the brow and this is why, but like, why does that suit your face shape? I also like to really break down like specific, especially when it comes to skincare. I feel like skincare is the new thing. Like makeup is always going to be there, but right now skincare is very important. Like we know that, lasers really in, and facials and all that are really in. But really breaking down like the science behind everything, because when I educate people, I hope that they can take that and also like educate people they know, because I'm not just telling them what works for them, but I'm really breaking it down. So if their skin type changes or if their features change in the future, they know how to help themselves as well.
Right, so there's more detail.
Yeah, a lot more detail
Yeah,
down
but
to skin types and tools and, shapes and colors, because you can find like a smoky eye tutorial anywhere nowadays, but
yeah.
you can't find one specific to your eye shape. It's hard following a tutorial when it's someone else's face.
Right, and another thing is even a session on makeup brushes, because everybody will go to Walmart and they'll get the makeup brushes. Well, how long do they last? So the difference with the goat hair and the different things that you could even do that. Because I always say that's one thing that you want to buy that's good.
Definitely.
Buy it all the time. It might be a little bit more expensive at first, but it can be still really good. So, and the next thing, what did you love about the competition? Because I always used to stand and watch you, and everybody watched you because they watched how you did the makeup and even how you chose. I can remember you going out with your model and you would send me pictures of different outfits, as to, because the outfit, it had to be a holistic thing, was it not? Like
Yes.
makeup,
From
hair,
jewelry to hair color to hair updo to the shoes to the nail polish down to everything.
every detail. Okay. And what I do know is, I mean, there was a lot of beautiful looks, let's face it, but yours stood out. It was just like a spotlight. I mean, everybody's eyes, okay, from a judging point, I could never judge your makeup because you had been with us, okay, but I could watch and always watch where everybody's eyes went, okay. And so I would say you have a natural affinity for the properties of line and design and the artistic abilities that not everybody does have. And I think for you, MyLynn, it was very natural. like certain people have certain natural skills and qualities and that type of thing. And so it just kind of flowed for you. You knew what it was that you wanted to do. Okay. And so what else is here? So now, if there's anything we want to talk about, any other thing that you do, or what your plan, well, people can get a hold of you. I want to connect you with the people. That's my job. Okay. The next thing is MyLynn's going to talk to us a little bit about the Chinese New Year that's coming up. I love that. Okay. Because we have, like, we just finished our own New Year for 2021. Okay. And it's the number 5, which is about change, and you can tell them. And then the colors, because every year, and I remember before I had my YouTube, I wrote for Spa Canada, if Jean Cole's going to listen to this. And every January I would write, it's the new thing. And there was always a color. There was a palette. Okay. And it went through like shoes, like boots, and it went through everything. It was the color. This year, it's very interesting considering what we've gone through in 2020 as to what's happening. So if you want to talk to them a little bit about that.
Yeah. So this year, Lunar New Year's falls on the 12th, which is this Friday. So Lunar New Year's is basically a celebration of a transition between the zodiac signs. So we're going from 2020, which is Year of the Rat, going into Year of the Ox into 2021.
But it's not February, it's not this Friday.
Or sorry, next Friday. Sorry, I'm
yeah,
getting
the 12th. Okay, perfect. Okay, no, that's good. So February the 12th is the new transition into what?
Year of the Ox.
Right. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about the odds.
So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about like my traditions first, if that's okay.
Okay, perfect. I love it. I love this. I love it.
Yeah, because I think it's like so important to understand like what Lunar New Year's is, because everybody talks about it and we see like the colors and everything. But basically, growing up for Lunar New Year's, like all I remember was just getting red envelopes full of like lucky money.
Right. Lucky money.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess it's our version of like celebrating Christmas, because it's all about getting together with your family and, you know, wishing everyone luck going into the New Year's, and basically pushing away like bad luck from the old year. So starting the year off fresh and forgetting about like the last year. It's a celebration that usually lasts about 7 days. So I think this year it's from the 10th to the 16th, but we're celebrating it basically on the 12th.
Right.
But in Vietnam, like if you were to go on vacation to like China or Vietnam or whatever, everything is like closed. People close their shops for a whole week. So there's like nothing to do unless you have family.
Oh, really? I don't
Yeah.
have big celebrations, because I remember when I taught at Vic, the students used to invite us, and it was like a 16-course meal.
Yeah.
It's a dragon dance. They would have the dragon dance. It was like a huge celebration.
Yeah. So they believe like in Lunar New Year's, people believe that the more you do, the more luck comes into your life during that year. So a lot of them will like deep clean their home, decorate their homes. We also have like certain plants that bring in good luck, and we'll hang like red envelopes on them. Kids will get like new shoes. A lot of adults will give kids like red envelopes as like a wishing of giving good luck. So when I was small, I would have to like wish my elders good luck, and then they would give me like money in return.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so it was like a lot of fun. You got like a lot of money as a kid.
Right. And so what plant was it? The money was it the money tree? Because I actually have a money tree. Is that one of the plants that they like?
I think so. I don't know like the plants in English, but one of them has like a lot of little little yellow petals. And it looks,
Really?
yeah, I'll send you photos after so you can.
Okay, and actually we'll put them. And another thing is that I went to the TM Market, like the Chinese market,
Yeah.
Edmonton Mall, because I like to get the red, and then you can get little like little jade. I have the jade ring and a little jade for the year and that type of thing. But they have something called a money tree, and it's made out of like crystal or rock. And last year I had got one, I think, or the year before, and it was all like amethyst, and they're about
Oh.
different heights. And I went in this year and they were so busy, but they didn't have any. He told me to come back this week. They would be getting their shipment in. And
Oh, wow.
I like to get one of them because they're so pretty. And I like, and each one of the red things that you hang, actually I have somewhere, I'm not sure, but it says something in it. It's like about luck or wealth or something good.
Right.
I think you have to hang it in a special place in your house too, you know. And so it's all about abundance. And I know that you like jade and gold.
Yes.
Gold is a big thing other than that.
Yes.
So this is,
Yellow and red are like very lucky colors.
which is
Yellow and red.
yellow and red.
Yeah. So you'll notice like a lot of families will have red and yellow all over their houses. Like all of their plants will be decorated with like ornaments that are yellow and gold and red.
That's right. That's what they had in the market. Tons of red
Yeah.
and
It
yellow.
brings in like good fortune and good luck.
Good fortune and good luck.
Mhm.
Okay. Fortune,
Yeah.
good luck. Okay.
When we celebrate, it's all about paying like respects and remembering like our ancestors and welcoming like family and friends into like a good new year and a fresh year. And so a lot of people try to pay off all their debt too, like kind of like forget about the past, move on with like the future.
But no, but what they do is they don't let it go. They actually
Mhm.
get off, so they have a clean slate. They
Yeah.
also clean the house, clean the
Yeah.
closets and everything. And I can remember that we stopped before we went to the big Chinese do the supper. We would have to stop at some of the students' houses, and they had duck eggs. I remember that.
Oh.
A duck egg, just like a little treat before you went. But I can remember when we were in that celebration, there was like about 15 or 16 servings. Like they have this, they have the soup, they have this, they have that, all different kinds of, there was so much food, it was unreal.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, it's all about food and eating and getting together with family.
It's all about that whole kind
Yeah.
of thing. Oh, well, that's really good. So that's it. And then if we move to the colors this year are interesting too.
So this year, so I think there's only been like one other year in the last decade with two different colors, but this year it's like there's a color called illuminating. It's kind of like a bright, vibrant, sparkling yellow.
Mhm.
Almost reminds me of like a neon yellow, not quite neon, but like a very bright yellow. And then there's also the gray. It's called the ultimate gray.
Yeah, which is interesting because they're so different. Like one is so
Yeah.
sparkly and one is like, yeah.
Yeah. And they basically created those two colors as like the Pantone colors of the year because of us going into 2021 so uncertain and, you know, with COVID and everything. So the
Right.
two colors really balance each other out. I was reading about it and they said that the yellow is really supposed to be like, because it's such an uncertain time, it's supposed to bring like a lot of light and hope and
Yeah.
energy into the world. And then the gray almost symbolizes like, for example, if you imagine like pebbles at the beach,
Right.
although they get like weathered and everything, it's like they're indestructible and it keeps the ability to be able to like withstand the test of time.
So it's really resilient.
Yeah, super resilient.
And resiliency about them. Really, really good. That's excellent. Because I know that people will, and basically that is going to be probably shown in the fashion in our clothing also.
Definitely.
It will come out in that way. Okay, well, that's pretty good. So I just want to make sure we've covered everything. Can you think of anything? And then I want MyLynn to explain to everybody, to share her relationship. Now, that's 7 years ago that I met Tommy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, all the students were afraid to bring their boyfriends in, were they not?
Yeah.
Because I would quiz them. It was like, what sign are you? What do you do? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I would take him. And the moment he come in, it was just such a beautiful soul. He's very gentle and yet very strong, very handsome. Okay. And it's just like the two of you just kind of flowed together. And so you have been together for what now? 7 years?
Yeah.
And so why do you think it works for you guys? How does it work?
I think we like balance each other out really well. Like he is very, like he knows what he wants, and I guess we both kind of wear the pants in the relationship. So that's honestly the one thing that like doesn't work, because I like to be right and he likes to be right. But we balance each other out in a lot of ways. Like I feel like my mind is everywhere all the time. Like I'm so passionate about like so many different things, but he keeps me so grounded and he allows me to like refocus on like what's important. Because he always knows like what he wants and what he believes in, and he keeps his mind open, but he like every time I have a question, like he'll tell me how it is.
But he's really, I would say that he's really supportive, even though you're
Super supportive.
and you're like this and whatever. And he was taking business at the time. So the two of you have really good business minds. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that really works. But it's just like, I could never see him dishonoring you. Like he would never say, what are you doing or whatever. It would be just like calm and saying, let's think about it and let's do this. So I see you as in a very Aquarian relationship, which Game Changer is about, where you're not beholden to him and he's not beholden to you. So you're both whole individuals, okay? And you both have your own passion. You both earn your own money and you both love what you do. And then you come together in relationships. So here is one, here's the other one, and you come together in relationship and you're able to share that. And I think that's really, really important right now. And you just had a birthday.
Yes.
When was your birthday?
On the 25th.
So you're an Aquarian.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Well, and you're in the age of Aquarius, so it's perfect. It's beautiful. And Aquarius is very usually eccentric, highly creative. Freedom is a big word for them. They need to be able to be free, and they're creative, and you get flashes of inspiration and insight. And so it's always like you say, you're always creating and you're busy and you're doing that time and you're engaged in life and you really love people and you care for people. Okay. So what you want to do is assist people. They would never take from you. Okay. Because you have strong enough boundaries. And I think I always remember, you know what I remember is all the beautiful lunches you used to bring to school. Isn't that something? I remember that. You were always so aware about what you ate. Okay. And I can remember you having some of the nicest lunches. And so there's a lot of balance there for you. Okay. And that obviously will come from your parents and your family. Okay. I just want to make sure. So this is MyLynn, Makeup by MyLynn. We're going to put all the hashtags and you can contact her. And she has an Instagram, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And
a website.
Fashion Diva. And what else?
I have a website. So it's just www.makeupbymylynn.com. And you can like stay connected with me through Instagram. I'm very, very active on there. So I post a lot of like stories of what I'm doing throughout the day and a lot of my photo shoots as well. I post on there. But if you're looking to book, the best way is just through my website.
Perfect. Okay, and so any last minute wisdom for everyone?
Life will take you where you're meant to go. Like, I feel like this whole journey, like, I never knew I would end up still in the beauty industry, because it was honestly like just one of my passions growing up. Like, I remember pretending to like cut my grandparents' hair with like scissors and putting clips all over my uncle's hair growing up. But I guess I was meant to do this.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess just trust your journey and just trust the process. And even when it's uncertain, just keep doing what you love.
Just keep doing what you love. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And everybody, I would love you to comment, share, and subscribe if you would, and get in touch with MyLynn. She is incredible. Okay, and now I have to make sure I am going to